welcome to Foxon Media Digital. My name is Okako. Today I'm delighted to be joined by Shirley Zhang, Head of Commercial Development Americas at SimCorp. Hey, Shirley, it's a great pleasure to have you on our channel.
Hi, Okako. Thanks for having me.
Okay, let's jump right in. Can you explain the role of centralized data in investment management platforms?
Yeah, sure, would love to. I would say that centralized data management is really the very foundation of an investment management platform. And it doesn't matter what kind of platform it is, be it best of breed or front to back or front office only. And the investment management industry is a data-driven industry where everything from portfolio management to risk and performance to client reporting or regulatory reporting, every business challenge involves a data challenge. But all too often, we are very much focused on these outputs rather than on getting the inputs right to begin with. And so what happens is that the users, they end up spending way too much time on reconciliation and manually fixing errors. And so alleviate these downstream issues, it's really paramount to get the data right to begin with. And so this is why I say data management is really the foundation. When you think about construction, it is really impossible to have a stable building without that sturdy foundation. And so you really need that accurate, centralized, and timely view of data in order to make every key portfolio decision.
And what are the biggest challenges you see in centralizing data across different investment strategy and asset types?
Yeah, I really see two big challenges, and forgive me if they actually sound contradictory to each other. So, the first challenge is that there's too much data, and the second challenge is that there's not enough data, or at least not enough quality data. And so, certain asset classes, such as public equity, we really have a wealth of data. So, the issue of not having enough data was solved decades ago. The problem right now is that how do we turn that abundance of data into information? So how do we collate, categorize, store, retrieve, and ultimately have that data to form your portfolio decision making? This is really harder than it sounds. How often is it that we see that a portfolio manager's starter day view has nothing to do with the quarterly reporting that goes out to clients? In between, there are so many points where you have to do manual reconciliation. And so this is a result of having too much data, but not a centralized data source. And on the other hand, you have certain asset classes like privates where you really they're notorious of not having good quality data. Just to give you a couple of examples, the returns on these private equities are often appraisal based, and so they can be fudged and oftentimes they lag by at least a quarter. There's no liquid secondary market, so there's no price discovery and there is no mark to market. Oftentimes, the GP statements come out as PDFs, so there's a lot of manual work just to upload them into a system, and the lifespan of a closed-ended fund is so long that it's really difficult to get good historical cash flow data out of them. I could actually go on and on. So on top of all of that, if you're a multi-asset investor, so if you're any asset owner and a growing number of asset managers where you have exposures to both sides, right? You have the asset classes where you have an abundance of data and asset classes where you don't really have any good quality data. How do you even manage your portfolios at the total portfolio level, those asset classes with equal footing?
Let's talk about a little bit about real-time data. So how does real-time data affect decision-making processes for asset managers?
Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, having that real-time, accurate, and centralized single source of truth is the key. It means that asset owners and asset managers can go to market quicker with new strategies, can make investment decisions quicker, and can manage their cash and hedge their strategies more accurately with a full understanding of all asset classes. And so, sorry, if I paint too dire of a picture in the previous questions on the challenges, I think I'm compelled to offer up solutions in this question. And so this is why 15 years ago, SimCorp actually helped to coin and standardize the term IBOR, so investment book of records. And even further back, we actually see this proliferation of systems and of data where it really necessitates that single source of truth. And hence, the concept of IBOR was actually baked into SimCorp Dimensions since its inception over 30 years ago. So with the growth of private assets, we've actually grown that term of IBOR to total portfolio IBOR. We've really extended the full capability of SimCorp to all the asset classes, including privates. And we're working with multiple data partners where they're specialized in sourcing data from private assets. And so we can paint as full of a picture as possible. So with this total portfolio IBOR as the foundation, as I mentioned, the sturdy foundation, you can build all the functional pieces off of it. So from portfolio management to trading to risk to any post-trade operations. And if that's built off of it, what that means is that there's less data and operational breakpoints. There's a large increase in efficiency, and ultimately, there's a decrease in total cost of ownership.
And lastly, what technological advancements in investment management platforms are you most excited about?
Sure. So what kind of technology conversation would it be if I don't mention AI? So I really think our industry, the financial technology industry, is doing a lot of work in the practical applications of AI. And there's a lot of things that we're doing at SimCorp that really excites me. And just to give you a couple of examples, in the area of portfolio management, we're really leveraging AI to help us push the boundaries of large scale portfolio construction and rebalancing. And when I say large scale, I'm talking about millions of individual portfolios. In the area of risk management, we're using machine learning to look for hidden and nonlinear risk factors that influence market risk and return. And in terms of topic of the day in data, we're actually going to be rolling out a co-pilot that helps to curate and collate and suggest relevant data points and market events to the portfolio manager that's relevant at the moment and offer up actionable suggestions. Those are just a couple of examples, and there are actually many more, and I look forward to sharing them with you and the others at TSAM.
Well, Shirley, it's been a pleasure having you on our channel.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you all for watching. Be sure to follow our YouTube channel for more content on all the latest opportunities and challenges in asset management, wealth management, and ESG. And don't forget to give this interview a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button.